From Boston, Sweden meets the United States in a matchup loaded with consequence. By now, we know the standings are no mystery and both teams understand exactly what's at stake. It's going to be positioning and or survival for both of these teams tonight. This game demands focus, pace, and execution. With TD Garden providing the backdrop, the pressure is real and the stakes could not be higher. This is Stratman Hockey. Welcome in to Game 6 of the Four Nations face-off between Team Sweden and Team United States. This is it right here. We just witnessed the game between Finland and Canada. That was the first of the double headers here today at the TD Garden. This is the second of those double headers between these two teams, Sweden and the United States. Finland beat Canada in overtime 8-7 to sit firmly in second place behind Sweden. Now, Sweden did beat Finland in their game in this round robin 5-2 a couple of nights ago in Montreal. So here's what's going to happen in this game. If Sweden wins, they will have home ice advantage for the final. They'll face Finland in the final of this tournament, no matter what way Sweden wins. And if the United States wins, then it'll be the United States and Sweden in the final. If Sweden wins in overtime, they will also make it to the final against Finland. And if this goes to overtime and the U.S. wins, they will not make the final. Finland will make the final because the U.S. was beaten by Finland 7-3 in the very first game of this round robin for them. So Finland holds the advantage in tiebreakers. So U.S. needs to win this game in regulation in order to make the final against the same team. They'll play Sweden again in the final tomorrow here at TD Garden. But the destiny is in both of these teams' hands. We're almost ready for the opening face-off. We'll be back for that action here on Stratman Hockey in just a sec. Welcome back in here, Stratman Hockey. Stratman Russ with you here. Team Sweden and Team United States are on the ice getting ready to start this game. Here's the starting lineups. Joel Eriksson-Ek will start on center with Adrian Kempe and Lucas Raymond. Hedman and Brodin are the defensive pair. And a newcomer in nets for Team Sweden tonight, Samuel Ersand, will play in nets. He'll get his first chance in this tournament. On the other side, we have Eichel with the Tkachuk brothers. They played together on the second line in the last game against Team Canada that they won. They played well together, so they've been moved up to the top line. So we have Eichel with Matthew and Brady Tkachuk on defense. We have Slavin and Faber, and Connor Hellebuyck will get the nod in nets again for Team USA. There's a lot to unpack here. A lot of action expected in this game. The opening face-off is imminent. Welcome in here to Stratman Hockey. Eriksson-Ek against Eichel in the face-off circle. Team USA wins that face-off. Brady Tkachuk has it. They're skating with it. Let's take it away. Kempe will move it back the other way for Sweden. He's all the way into the zone now. He'll take a shot there that's going to be knocked away by Hellebuyck early in this game. Matthew Tkachuk will turn it back the other way. He's going to skate with it. He's moving in. He's got a breakaway. He's all the way in. That one is kicked away by Ersand. First chance for him to make a save. Rebound is picked up by Raymond. He'll skate it back for Team Sweden. He gave it away at the line, though. Eichel will take it back. Back down low. Shot for Eichel, and that one's going to be gloved down. Couple of good chances early here for Team USA. Face off to the right of Ersand. U.S. wins that faceoff. Here's a shot by Slavin, and he scores! Right off the faceoff. Team USA takes an early lead. Slavin's first of the tournament. Eichel will get the only assist on this one, and the U.S. takes an early 1-0 lead. Puck back to center ice. Eriksson Ek wins that faceoff. Brodin will work with it. It's knocked off of his stick. Slavin will bring it back. He's over the line now. He'll take a shot that's knocked away by Ersan. And now Raymond will try it again. He gets it out to Kempe. They're moving through center ice now. All the way back into the zone. Shot there for Kempe. It's knocked away by Hellebuyck. Second liners will be out there. 1-0 U.S. early from the TD Garden in Boston. Final game of this round robin. Winner of this game will be the host of the final against Finland. Noah Hannafin is skating with it. Works it to Larkin now. Second liner's out there. Larkin's shot is blocked in front. Carlson will grab it. Turn it back the other way. It's kept in, though. Hannafin took it away from Carlson. He's going to move back down low. His shot is kicked to the corner by Ersan. And now Nylander will try to move it out again. It's knocked down. Gensel takes it. U.S. very aggressive early in this game. Shot by Gensel is knocked away. Nylander will try to move it out again. He works it up to center ice. He gets it to Carlson. New in the lineup here tonight. Leo Carlson getting his first chance. That one's going to be knocked away, and the third liners will be out there. 5 minutes into this game, 1-0 I almost said Detroit. United States. Those games are coming up soon again. Detroit will host Minnesota after this tournament's done. Zach Berwinski is skating with it for the U.S. That's a good pass. Gets it to Boldy. He's going to move in on the breakaway. That one's a pretty easy save for Ersan, all in. It's taken back by Lindholm for Sweden. Passes it over the right side. Arvidsson over the line now. Hellebuyck knocks that. Shot away. Rebound's grabbed up by Nyquist. He's moving in. He gets a shot on net, and Hellebuyck with another good save. Jack Hughes will grab it, try to move it out. It's kept in at the line. Arvidsson keeps it in. Another shot and another save. Miller will grab it now and try to move it out through center ice. He does. He has Hughes with him. He gets a puck to him. Hughes back into the zone. He's all the way in. Hughes with a shot and what a save there by Ersan. Rebound. Grabbed up by Boldy now. He's moving in to join his mates. He gets a shot on net that's knocked away by Ersan. Rebound's grabbed up by Miller now. Miller with another shot on net, and that one is finally going to be held on. Again, aggressive play by the U.S. They have 10 shots here. Early in the game, they lead it by 1. Fourth liner's coming out there for this face-off deep in the Swedish zone. 8 minutes into this first period from TD Garden. Trocheck against Peterson in that face-off circle. U.S. wins it. Shot by Slavin. That one's knocked away by Ersan. Picked up by Connor. He'll fire it in, and that one is in the net. They score on the rebound. Kyle Connor picks up his first of the tournament, and the U.S. has an early 2-0 lead. Slavin and Trocheck will pick up assists on Connor's first point of this tournament. Puck back to center ice. Sweden wins that faceoff. Brodin is knocked off the puck by Slavin. Said his name a lot here in this first. He's been all over the offense. That shot is knocked away. Hedman will try to move it back. Stepped in. Faber took it away. Tried to move around Hedman, and he couldn't do it. Hedman knocked him off the puck. He'll turn it back now. Up center ice. Here's Forsberg. They're moving back into the zone. He gets around Nelson now. Shot by Forsberg, and that one is in. They've got one back. Philip Forsberg from the Predators scores on a pass from Hedman, and we are at 2-1 now. Ten minutes into this first, Forsberg makes it a 2-1 game from Hedman and Peterson. Forsberg's second of the tournament. Hedman's first point. That's crazy. Peterson's fourth. Puck back to center ice. Face-off will be between Peterson and Trocheck. Peterson wins it. Hedman now. Knocked off the puck. Faber will take it back for Team USA.
Team Sweden goal, his first of the tournament.
He'll get a shot there that's knocked away. And the top liners will be out there. We're just about halfway done here in this first period. 2-1 US over Sweden. Adrian Kempe is skating with it. It's knocked off the puck. It's taken away by Brady Tkachuk. He'll turn it back the other way. Knocked off of his stick. Kempe takes it right back. Delayed penalty coming to the U.S. here. Kempe into the zone. That one's going to be knocked away. And Faber's going to go. Give the Swedish team a chance here on the power play, a chance to tie it with this man advantage.
Team USA penalty to number 14, Brock Faber. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes.
Puck will come just outside of the American zone. Faber off for tripping. Power play unit wins it. Eriksson Ek will work it up over the line. Knocks it back to the point. Here's Hedman now. The shot is going to be, knocked away. Comes to Brady Tkachuk. He'll knock it back out to center ice. Back with it for Sweden is Victor Hedman now. They'll take a shot from there, and that one is in. They score. Victor Hedman with a long-range shot scores on the power play, and we're tied. Victor Hedman's first of the tournament. Power play goal. Eriksson Ek will get the only assists. Hedman with 2 points tonight. His first, both of them, first of the tournament in the third game in here. Puck back to center ice. Sweden wins that faceoff. Raymond tried to pass it. It's knocked down. It's brought back. Here's Matthew Tkachuk. He's moving in on the breakaway, and they score. They get one right back. Matthew Tkachuk with the goal. And the U.S. regains the lead right after the power play. Seconds after that goal by Hedman, Matthew Tkachuk scores his second of the tournament. Eichel picks up another assist along with Slavin. Slavin has 3 points tonight, his first 3 points of the tournament. Puck back to center ice again. U.S. wins that faceoff. Slavin has it. Gets it to Brady Tkachuk. They're moving back into the zone again. Here's a shot by Brady, and he scores. Oh my, back-to-back-to-back goals on his first shot of the game. He picks up his second of the tournament, and we are now at 4-2. Three goals inside of just about a minute and 10 seconds. This one's going to come at 14:46 after the 14-minute goal by Matthew. Eichel picks up another assist. So does Slavin. And we may see the end of Ursan. We are going to see the end of Ursan. Gustafson's going to come in and play. He's been their starter the other two games of this tournament. Philip Gustafson from Minnesota will replace Samuel Ursan from Philly. In nets for Sweden. Ursan played 15 minutes officially, gave up 4 on 16 shots for a 16 goals against average. So this Matthew Tkachuk's goals, Slavin and Eichel the assists. The U.S. now leads at 4-2. New goaltender in there for Sweden. This is like a finals right now for these teams. Sweden wins that faceoff.
Sweden power play goal, his first of the tournament.
Kempe try to move it. It's taken away by Brady Tkachuk. He's going to move back into the zone here. That shot on net is knocked away by Gustafsson. Right back in nets here for Sweden. Rebound comes to Faber. That one's off the post. And now Eriksson Ek will try to move it back out. Eichel kept it in. His shot on net is knocked away. Second liners will be out there. 6 goals between these two teams here. 4-2 U.S. Inside of the last 4 left here in the first. Skating back is Carlson now. Gave it away. Matthews will turn it back for the U.S. He'll get a shot on net. Gustafsson the save. Rebounds comes to Erik Karlsson. He'll try to move it out again. Penalty coming to the U.S. Quick one. Hannafin's going. Sweden will get another power play. They did score on their first attempt.
Team USA penalty to number 15, Noah Hannafin. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 17:20.
Faceoff will be just outside of the Swedish zone this time. U.S. wins that faceoff. Gensel bounces it. Try to get it into the zone. He couldn't. Taken back. Here's William Nylander back into the U.S. zone. Larkin got back and got a stick on it. And drives it up the right wing boards back into the Swedish zone. Brought back. Here's Nylander. He gets around Matthews this time. His shot is going to be knocked away. Matthews grabs it off of Hellebuyck's save and knocks it back out to center ice. Bratt brings it in for Sweden now. He'll get a long-range shot that's knocked away by Hellebuyck. Fox couldn't get it out. It's kept in by Carlson at the line. He fires it into the net. They score. They get one back, another one. This one on the power play. Carlson playing in his first game of the tournament. Gets a goal. 7 goals now between these two teams here in the first. Jesper Bratt and Gustav Forsling will get assists. It's now 4-3. Puck back to center ice again. Sweden wins it. Carlson can't get by Larkin, coming the other way. Delayed penalty coming.
His first of the tournament.
Larkin's into the zone. That one's going to be held on.
Assist to number 63.
We'll see a late penalty here to Nylander.
Gustav Forsling. Time of the goal, 18:52.
The U.S. will take this penalty into the second period.
Team Sweden penalty to number 88, William Nylander. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 19:59.
Face off at center ice. Won by the power play unit. And we've reached the end of one here from the TD Garden in Boston. The score after one here in the final game of this round robin. The U.S. leads it 4-3 over Sweden. Coming back for that first intermission report in just a sec. I am over here shaking my head. I mean, I got to tell you, so many goals scored in this tournament. Obviously, these are all-star teams, so that's to be expected. But just they're good defense, too, and good goaltenders. And the offense is just dominating here. 7 goals between the two teams. Sweden with 13 shots in the first. The U.S. with 20 in the first. Sweden 2 for 2 on the power play with 5 shots. The U.S. is working on their first power play. They didn't really even start it. That penalty to Nylander came at 19:59. So they'll start that heading into this second period of play. Goals in the first. Jacob Slavin scored off the faceoff from Eichel. That was at 1:20. That made it 1-0. Then at 8:06, Kyle Connor scored his first of the tournament from Jacob Slavin and Vincent Trocheck. That made it 2-0. Then, not to be denied, Sweden, who have scored 10 goals in their first 2 games of this tournament. Philip Forsberg gets his second from Hedman and Peterson. That was at 10 minutes. That made it 2-1. Then they went on the power play, and they promptly scored to make it 2-2. That was at 13:20. Hedman's first of the tournament from Eriksson Ek. That made it 2-2. Then the U.S. came storming back. The Kachuk brothers each scored their second of the tournament. First, it was Matthew at 14 minutes from Eichel and Slavin. That made it 3-2. Then Brady at 14:46, his second from Slavin and Eichel. I mean, the same 2 guys. That made it 4-2. And then late in the period, Leo Carlson on their second attempt on the power play, his first of the tournament in his first game of the tournament, scored at 18:52 from Bratt and Forsling. That made it 4-3. And that's where we are right now, heading into the second period of play. We'll be back with that here on Stratman Hockey in just a sec. We're getting ready to roll here with second period action, the U.S. and Sweden. U.S. is on the power play starting this second period of play. Second liners are out there. Welcome back in here, Stratman Hockey. Shorthanded unit wins that face-off. Start the second period, and they immediately knock it into the zone. U.S. skating back with it. Gensel up over the line. They'll get a shot. That's kicked away by Gustafsson. Jesper Bratt will knock it back out to center ice. Here's Larkin for the United States team. He gets a shot. Matthews gets a stick on it. That one's deflected to the corner off of Gustafsson. Rebound's picked up by Larkin, though. He'll get another shot on net, and they score here on the power play. Larkin with the goal, his third of this tournament, and the U.S. has a 5-3 lead early here in the second. Matthews and Gensel will get assists on this one. Larkin's third goal of this tournament in their third game. He wins the face-off back at center ice. Gensel gives it away to Bratt. He's going to move back into the zone now. He's over the line. His shot is kicked away. And now Matthews will turn it back for Team USA. Can't get it out. Nylander took it away from him. He shot it in there. That one's knocked away as well. Puck is still loose. It's picked up by Hanifin. He works it up to center ice. Here's Larkin into the zone. Larkin will take a shot there. That's knocked away. Third liners will be out there. Just about 3 minutes into this second period. 5-3 U.S. No lead is safe in this tournament, though. We saw that firsthand in the Canada-Finland game. Dahlin back the other way. Works it up to Lindholm. They're moving in on the breakaway. Here's a shot from him, and that one is going to be stopped by Hellebuck. That was a great chance for Sweden to get one back. And Hellebuck said, no thank you. Faceoff will be to his right. Miller against Lindholm. Miller wins it. Puck goes to Hughes. They move out through center ice. Hughes will take it all the way back into the Sweden zone. Here's a shot on net, and that one is stopped by Gustafsson on a shot by Jack Hughes. He's yet to get a goal here in this tournament. It's picked up by Dahlin off the save and worked back out. Kept in, though. Fox. He gets around to Anderson. He's going to move down low. That's a shot on net that's knocked away. Although it's not Fox. It's McAvoy. Sorry. Third liners are out there, doofus. That means third defensive pair as well. Dahlin has it for Team Sweden. Gets it up to Nyquist. They're moving back the other way. They make it into the zone now. Shot there from Nyquist, and that one is knocked away. Hellebuck with another good save. And we'll see the fourth liners out there. 5.5 minutes into the second here. 5-3 U.S. over Sweden. Nelson has it. We're just looking at the probabilities of the U.S. in the final. We'll talk about that in a sec. Here, this shot is blocked. Rackle has it now. Penalty coming to the U.S. So the U.S. leads 5-3 right now. They got to score a couple more. They got to get a higher goal differential than Sweden in order to even make it to the final, even if they win this game. So they got to try to score some more goals. But they also need to try to win. So it's like kind of a conundrum that they find themselves in. Connor is going off for a double minor too, so that's not helpful.
Team USA penalty to number 81, Kyle Connor, a 4-minute double minor for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 6:45.
Finland has the most goals scored with 17 after 3 games. Sweden has 13. Well, Sweden has 13 as of right now. U.S. has 12 as of right now. Couple more goals and no more for Sweden. And the U.S. will be in the final against Finland. Or it'll be Sweden and Finland if the U.S. doesn't score anymore. Or if Sweden scores more. Or if they win. There's a lot up in the air right now. Faceoff will be just outside of the U.S. zone. Sweden wins it. Hedman gets it up over the line. Works it over to Rackle. He's stopped by Trocheck. And he wraps it down the ice. Rackle's knocked off the puck again by Trocheck at center ice. He will hit it back into the Sweden zone. I mean, the U.S. losing 7-3 in their opener against Finland. That was a tough loss. Peterson gave it away to Slavin now as they can't get into the zone, and Slavin knocks it all the way back down the ice. Philip Forsberg gave it away to Nelson now. The U.S. aggressively playing against this power play. I doubt that they understood what I said, but they sure are playing like they did. Now Faber takes it away. And they knock it all the way back down the ice. Penalty just about done to Connor. Sweden cannot get into the zone as it's given away again to Slavin. He'll knock it the rest of the way. The penalties are done to Connor. The U.S. kills it. And Connor takes possession. They give it away to Rackle. He'll turn back. He's into the zone. His shot is blocked by Nelson. He'll turn it back the other way. Here comes the U.S. Brock Nelson into the zone. He fires it in, and that one is stopped by Gustafsson. Forsberg will take it back the other way. He's working it back over the U.S. zone now. In around Faber. He fires it in, and that one is turned away by Hellebuck. Top liners will be out there. Just about 7 minutes remaining here in this second period. The U.S. leads at 5-3. They got to score a couple more. Matthew Tkachuk with it. He gives it away to Raymond. They'll try to move with it. Tkachuk took it back away. Now he'll move into their zone. Matthew with a shot there that's knocked away by Gustafsson. And now Raymond will turn it back. Tkachuk took it away again. They'll turn back into the zone one more time. That one's kicked away. And now Raymond gives it away to Eichel. He works it to Brady Tkachuk. He's moving back in on the breakaway. Brady's all the way in. That one is shot on and deflected up into the crowd. Off of Gustafsson. So it's a good thing the U.S. is winning. But they got to win by more to qualify for the final. Or it'll be Sweden and Finland. Faceoffs to the left of Gustafsson here. Carlson against Larkin. Larkin wins that faceoff. Shot by Slavin. He scored one off the faceoff earlier. That one's knocked away, though. Work back out. Here's Nylander back the other way. Gets it to Bratt. They're up over the line. That shot's going to be kicked away. And now Larkin will try it again the other way. Larkin works it over to Gensel. They're moving in. Breakaway chance for Gensel. That one is turned away by Gustafsson. Whoa, what a save. And now Bratt the other way. Gets it to Nylander. Back and forth action now. Nylander back into the zone now. William Nylander gets around his Toronto teammate. That shot is kicked away. Got around Matthews, and he'll take it back the other way. Nylander's going to go to the box. U.S. will get another power play. They scored on their first. With Nylander in the box.
Team Sweden penalty to number 88, William Nylander. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 18:22.
Another late penalty coming to Sweden. U.S. needs to score 2 more to qualify. 2 more and win in regulation. They lose this face-off. Forwards lane. It's knocked down. Here comes Matthews into the zone. That one is kicked away. It's knocked back out to center ice by forwards lane. Skating back with it is Gensel. He gets to the line, gets around Bratt. He's down low. Shot by Gensel, and that one is turned away. What a chance there. And we've reached the end of 2 periods of play here from TD Garden. The U.S. does lead at 5-3. We'd love to see them win this 7-3. They have to in order to qualify for the final. We've reached the end of 2. We're at 5-3. We'll be back for the second intermission report here from Boston in just a moment. All right, welcome back here to Strat Hockey, Game 6 of the Four Nations face-off between Sweden and the U.S. The U.S. leading at 5-3. They picked up a goal at 1:10 of the first from Larkin. That's his 3rd of the tournament from Matthews and Gensel. That made it 5-3. They have a power play, a little bit of one heading into the 3rd period. Love to see them put one in. The shots in that second, 7 for Sweden for a 2-period total of 20. The U.S. with 14 for a 2-period total of 34. Sweden's 2 for 4 on the power play. They had 2 chances in that second period of play. They have 5 shots on net. The U.S. is 1 for 1. Really, they're working on their second. They have 5 shots. It all comes down to this. The U.S. has to score 2 more goals and win the game in regulation in order to qualify. That's what I'm seeing right here. Because if they score 2 more, they'll have 14. Yeah, they'll have 14. So they'll have a higher goal differential than Sweden because they'll be in a 3-way statistical tie in points with 1 regulation win, 1 overtime win, and a loss between Finland, Sweden, and the United States. If the score remains the same, the U.S. wins this game, but they do not qualify for the final because they are sitting in last place in this tournament, and the win in regulation will give them 5 points, but Sweden beats them out in the goal differential, which will be the tiebreaker that matters here. And we'll put Sweden and Finland into the final with Sweden playing, with Finland being the home team in that one, which will be a little bit different than the 5-2 defeat that Sweden had when they played as the home team in this round robin. So a lot is up for grabs. The U.S. would love to score here on this power play. They need 1 more in order to qualify for this final. We're back here with 3rd period action. Strat Hockey. High stakes. This is getting you all ready for playoff atmosphere. Face off at center ice, won by Team USA. Gensel has it. He's going to move all the way into the zone now. Gensel with a shot on net, and that one is knocked away. Puck was loose in there. It's picked up by Larkin. Larkin's shot is blocked in front. Carlson will knock it out all the way back down the ice. Penalty is over. Nylander's back. The U.S. does not capitalize. Nylander has possession at center ice. He works it over to Bratt. They're trying to get back into this game. They don't need to do anything, but they'd love to win it. Bratt with a shot on net that's knocked away. Back the other way is Matthews for the U.S. Gets it over to Gensel. He's moving in on the breakaway. Gensel's all the way back in, and they score. They get another one. They're on their way, folks. Jack Gensel, his first of the tournament, and the U.S. has a 6-3 lead. Matthews and Fox will get the assists. Puck back to center ice. 6-3 U.S. They need 1 more. Here's Larkin. Wins that face-off. Works it to Matthews.
Team USA goal, his first of the tournament, scored by number 59.
Penalty coming again to Nylander.
Assist to number 34, Austin Matthews. And number 23, Adam Fox. Time of the goal, 2:04.
U.S. will go on their third power play.
Team Sweden penalty to number 88, William Nylander. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 2:40.
They lose that faceoff though. Carlson will knock it down the ice. U.S. tries to move it back. Carlson takes it away. Knocks it up the boards. That's going to go back all the way into the U.S. zone. Gensel up over the line there. His shot is knocked away by Gustafsson. And now Bratt will knock it back out. Nylander's right back on the ice. They kill another one. Coming back with it is Larkin, though. He's up over the line. That one's going to be knocked away. Carlson gave it away to Larkin. He'll turn it back into the zone again. There's another shot on net, and Larkin scores again. The U.S. gets the goal they needed. It is now 7-3. Larkin's second of the game. I mean, they really only needed the sixth goal, because they'll have the tiebreaker. The other tiebreaker is the tiebreaker. They really needed that goal they just scored. Larkin's fourth from Fox. And Gensel. Puck back to center ice. U.S. leads at 7-3 now. Sweden wins that faceoff. Here's Bratt.
Team USA
knocked off the puck. Gensel takes it away. They're moving back into the zone. Gensel all the way in. That one's going to be knocked away by Gustafsson.
Adam Fox in number 59. Jake Gensel.
Here comes Carlson the other way. Puck knocked down. U.S. is coming back. Here's Matthews in on the breakaway. He's all the way back in, and they score again. Austin Matthews gets another one for the U.S. It's now 8-3. Matthews with the goal. His fourth of the tournament. Fox and Hannafin will get assists. Now it looks like Ursan is coming back in nets for Sweden. So this second line for Team USA has 4 goals, 8 assists. Second liners are still out there. New goaltender Ursan is back in nets. Team USA wins the faceoff again. Here's Matthews. Gets it over to Gensel. They're back into the zone again. It's been all U.S. here of late. Another shot there is knocked away by Ursan.
Noah Hannafin. Top of the goal.
Puck is kept in at the line. Hannafin knocks it down and shoots it in there. That's kicked away by Ursan. We'll see the third liners out there. 12 minutes left in regulation. The U.S. leading it 8-3. The most goals they've scored yet in this tournament. Then home has it for Team Sweden. Give it away. Here's Miller. He's going to move back into the zone. Miller will get a shot at night, deflected off of Hughes. That one's kicked away. And now Gustav Nyquist tries to move it back the other way. Taken away by Boldy. center ice. He'll turn it back into the zone. That shot on net is knocked away. Hannafin will try it again. Couldn't get it out. McAvoy kept it in. He gets a shot on net there, and they score again. This time, it's McAvoy with his first of the tournament. It is now 9-3 U.S. Halfway through this third period of play, McAvoy from Miller and Boldy nine goals for Team USA. They had 7 in the first 2 games combined. Face-off at center ice is won by Team Sweden. Here's Carlson. Rowinski took it away from him. They'll turn it back into the zone. His shot on net is knocked away.
JT Miller and number 12.
And we'll see the top liners back out there. Just under 9 left in regulation. 9-3 U.S. over Sweden. Eriksson Ek has it. Gave it away. Here's Eichel moving it back into the zone. That shot's knocked away by Eriksson. And now Kempe will try it again. It's kept in. Here's Tkachuk. It's given away to him. Penalty coming. Brady Tkachuk with a shot on net. That's going to be knocked away. And the U.S. will get another power play.
Team Sweden penalty to number 10, Adrian Kempe. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes.
Faceoff's going to be deep in the Swedish zone here. U.S. loses it again on the faceoff. Eriksson Ek knocks it back out to center ice. U.S. scored once on the power play tonight. That was right off the faceoff. Other than that, they have not been doing very well. Here's Matthew Tkachuk back into the zone. His long-range shot is knocked away by Eriksson. Rebound's picked up by Raymond. And he'll knock it back out of the Swedish zone. Back with it is Brady Tkachuk. He's knocked off the puck by Eriksson Ek. And he drives it back down the ice. The penalty to Kempe is done. U.S. unsuccessful again. Brady Tkachuk brings it back. Or that's Matthew this time. It's taken away by Raymond. He tried to pass it. It's knocked down. Eichel gets it back to Matthew. He'll take it back into the zone now. His shot is knocked away. 51 shots on goal for the U.S. tonight. Hedman back the other way. Gets it up to Eriksson Ek. They'll take a shot there that's kicked away. We're into the last 4 of the game. Brock Faber has it for Team USA. It's given away. Hedman will bring it back in. They'll take a shot on net that's knocked away. And now Matthew Tkachuk will skate with it. Raymond took it away from him. He'll move it back. He's into the zone. He'll get a shot on net there. That's kicked away. Rebounds grabbed up by Kempe now. That one's also stopped. And Brady Tkachuk will move it back. He's all the way back into the Swedish zone now. He'll take a shot there that's kicked away. 52nd shot on net. Here's Kempe. He'll move it back into the U.S. zone now. Long-range shot is knocked away by Hellebuyck. Fans are on their feet as Tkachuk brings it back. He gave it away to Raymond. He is back with it. His shot on net is stopped And the team USA wins this one here tonight, 9-3 in the final of the round robin portion of the Four Nations face-off here from the TD Garden. We'll be back for the post-game report and talk about how this result will reflect on what happens next here in this tournament in just a sec. Wow, another incredible game in this Four Nations tournament. I had expectations similar to what happened in reality when it was the US and Canada that made it to the final, but did not expect how this tournament has turned out here after the after this round robin. Just like anything is possible in Strat. Anything is possible. Literally anything. I just said literally, and I tell people all the time that that's silly. So, final statistics for this game. Sweden ended up with 27 shots. They did not score another goal after the Carlson power play goal, so they were held off the score sheet for the remainder for 2 periods completely. They ended up 2 for 4 on the power play with 5 shots on net. They did score those 2 power play goals in the first, but that was it. The U.S. threw a blanket over their offense, and Sweden was very potent on the offense. They beat Canada, they beat Finland, and they were coming in here looking to be the spoiler, and they lost badly, 9-3. The U.S. with 4 goals in that third period, 18 shots. They ended up with 52 overall. 1 for 4 on the power play with 8 shots. The goals in that third period for the U.S. Jake Gensel's first of the tournament, 204 from Matthews and Fox. Larkin's fourth of the tournament, second of the game, 536 from Fox and Gensel. Matthews scored his fourth of the tournament at 640 from Fox and Hannafin. And then McAvoy scored his first at 10 minutes from Miller and Boldy. That made it 9-3. The winning goaltender tonight, Connor Hellebuyck, gets the win. He turned away 24 of 27. Samuel Ersson came back in relief of Gustafsson and ended up all in. He ended up giving up the game-winning goal way earlier in the game in the first. That last goal by Tkachuk in the first, Brady, that ended up being the game winner, and that was given up by Ersson, so he gets the loss. He played 28 minutes tonight, turned away 22. He ended up with a 10.71 goals against average, while Philip Gustafsson played 31 minutes and ended up with a 7.74 goals against average. So let's talk about what this means for this tournament. So looking at the way that this works out. So because there's a 3-way tie, the United States, Finland, and Sweden all have 5 points in this tournament. They all have 1 regulation win, 1 overtime win, and 1 loss in regulation. So they all have 5 points. The U.S. ended up with 16 goals for and 13 against. Finland had 17 and 15, and Sweden with 13 and 15. So when we look at the 3-way tie calculations to determine who's going to play in the final, the total points is the first way. They all have 5. Regulation wins is the second way. They all have 1. Total wins, they all have 2. And then step 4, goal differential. So that is where the difference comes in here. The U.S., with their 9 goals in this game here tonight, end up with 16 goals for and 13 against. They have 3 more goals for than against. That is better than Finland, who has a goal differential of +2, and Sweden with a -2 after all the goals they gave up in this game. So it will be Team Finland against Team USA in the final tomorrow night from the TD Garden. Finland and the U.S. met in the first game for both of those teams in this round robin. Finland beat the U.S. 7-3. So this is going to be a rematch, a time for redemption for Team USA to come back and win it all in a winner-take-all game against Finland. So we'll look forward to that game. I am so excited for that one and hope that you are happy to tune in. Once again, the final here tonight from TD Garden, the final game of the round robin portion of the Four Nations face-off. The U.S. 9, and Team Sweden 3. This is Strat Man Hockey. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.